Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm back in my cabin for the minute. I'm just doing a tiny bit of maintenance. Can't really move around in here. I've got things all stacked up to the right of me, things all stacked up to the left of me. As I said, we're going up into my room in my house in the next few months. So I just thought while I'm in here doing maintenance, I was just going to check on something and see if I can get the lids off and show you. So I'll just flip this camera around. So there, in these two, as you can see, the Avicularia juruensis, the purple pink toe. And as you see where I did the previous video, put a bit of footage up there of me rehousing them. Here's the previous footage. I'm just running through quickly of how I set up the enclosure. If you want to check that out, go see the previous video with the annotation above. But just running through all the details of the enclosure and just showing you how the final setup, what I did in the XL arboreal keepers, which I absolutely love. Now over to the slings. And this was the first one, very, very tiny. And I needed to make sure I got this right because these are very, very susceptible to perishing quite early on. So you need to give them an aerated space, something where it gets no stagnant air, and then a lot of moisture as well. So it's just a bit more humid. So, and obviously regular feeding on these because these go through the prey very, very quickly. They have a faster metabolism, but look how gorgeous that one is. Here's the second one, was slightly larger. This one's a bit more of a recluse. The other one tends to come out. This one just permanently hides. But just to show you the size difference, so this was 3 months ago, and you're going to see now, I'll try and do the footage and you'll see the size difference. They've molted once in those 3 months, so they're putting on a bit of size. They're feeding very, very well, and we'll have a look at how the enclosure's kept up to the way I've done it and see if they've webbed. So let's get back to the main video. And as you can see, I was unsure if they would actually use these bits of cork bark, but they do. And this one lives inside the cork tube perfectly in like a cocooned web. And I think its feet's just hanging out of the bottom there. And this one here has done the same, but it's also done a hammock at the top. So I can get this lid off on this one very easy, but I'm not sure if I can get this one off because it's actually attached to the top. And this one's molted a week and a half ago. So I'm going to try and see if I can feed that now. Just excuse the mess everywhere. I've been tidying up, but I'm going to see if I could twist this off. I'll do this one first and see if I can feed it. So let me just see if I can get the lid off. Oh, I've got some tiny little crickets there, so I'm going to do one each. See if I can get this off and show you what I do. Comes off really easy on this enclosure, and as you can see, there you go, little feet at the top. But what I normally do with this one is I feed it right down here. So let's see if we can get this one to feed. And I just put some water in the water bowl, and I also just go around, make sure the substrate's got some moisture in it all the way around, so that it evaporates up through the enclosure. And I do this every few days. Right, so let's see if I can get this to come out on camera. Let me just zoom in a bit. There we go. Right, this one will take a slightly bigger prey item. Let's see if I can do it so you can see. Still at the top at the minute. Normally I don't speak when I'm doing this. I don't know if that's put it off. Let's try at the top because it is still right there. Yeah, it is turned round. Let's see if I can get in. There you go. Almost. Wanted to. You can see it's all scrunched up in there. It looks absolutely beautiful. I think the light put it off. Let's just try and see if I can get it to take. It normally does, this one. There we go. It's got it, look, right at the bottom. And it's turned upside down. But look at the colours of it, it's absolutely stunning. And it's got the tiger pattern on the abdomen, look. It's orange, straight in there. So that's what I normally do, is leave water in the water dish, but that evaporates by the end of the day. But I'll make sure I've got some on the substrate, and then the second day I'll come in, I'll mist with my sprayer, just so it goes around on the actual plastic and on the actual wood. And then after, I leave it for another day, and then I'll come back in and do the cycle again. I keep these with more higher humidity, and they're doing very, very well. But as you can see, I forced it to take that one. It's got a very, very large abdomen for its size. Still a tiny slings. I only had them from like 1 centimetre, and they were absolutely tiny. But just to see them in this colour, they are just so beautiful. This one hides, the other one sits out more on top. So they've done 2 different styles of webbing. But look at that, it couldn't have asked for more. It's just done it perfectly within this cork butt tube all the way up. And as soon as it gets too large, I'll know, because it will sit out on the outside, and I'll take this out and I'll use another bit of wood where it can sit on, or a tube. And if it gets too big for that, then I've got larger enclosures of these. So these are the arboreal keepers. So these are the small ones. They're only a few quid, I think less than a £5, so they're absolutely perfect for an arboreal sling. But I've also got the XL ones, which I love, and I use them for the versicolors, but they're now moved on into something else. So that's that one done. Let me just see if I can show you the second one. This one, you can see I've done exactly the same. So this one lives at the top, and you can see where it fires off its feces absolutely everywhere on the side. But this one is right there, so I'm not sure if that's going to destroy the web by removing it, but I want to give you a chance to have a look at this one, because it's at the top. We'll get full visual. So let me just see if I can get this lid off, because normally what I do is I'll lift this off and I'll just tickle the cricket on the top of the web here, and it'll run up and grab it and take it down, but I never really get a good visual. And I also water through there as well. But I want to start taking this lid off so I can see the condition of this. So let's see if this will work. See, it twists all together. Oh, I've managed to do it. Oh, this one's slightly bigger. Don't want it running off. Oh, it's stuck in its little cocoon. Let's see if I can entice it up. Can you see it? Oh, it's going backwards. Come on. Oh, come on. Right, let me get rid of this cricket. Oh no, I'm going to have to destroy its little cocoon. God, the web's really strong. Oh my God, look at the colours of that. Look at that, it's stunning. Wow, I did not expect it to be that colour. That is beautiful. Right, need to feed this one, but I don't know if it's going to take it now because I've disturbed it. So let's just give it a shot. Ooh. Absolutely beautiful. God, it's quick. What I'll do is I'll leave this little tiny cricket in there. It will get it itself. Leaves that down the bottom. But there we go. So you can see that they're doing really, really well. And I'd say that was 1 centimetre when I got it, but I would say 3 centimetres now, so they're doing well. So that one needs to feed, but that is just stunning. Yellow hairs, almost like a deep dark green carapace, and then that orange abdomen. Look how hairy it is. You'd be amazed that that turns out to be like this as an adult. Absolutely stunning. So these enclosures work perfectly well. So I've just watered it as I did before on the substrate and in the little water dish, and I did leave the little cricket in there somewhere. Yes, there's the cricket, so that'll be walking around, so that one will get that later. So absolutely stunning. Definitely a good purchase if you want to buy these, but they do need a bit more moisture and they need to be left alone. They need to be left to make the web, and if they don't web in the first few days, then they're still stressed, is what I found with these. So you need to leave them till they've done some webbing, because that's when they feel secure. But if you give them like a cork tube hide, but as you can see, this one's blocked off the top and it's made it itself. But I know it's settled. It will eat that cricket and then it will go back up here and it will web again to the side, because this one likes to sit out. But absolutely stunning. There you go, just a quick video. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next one.